Are you ready to cut the chaos? Here is a presentation I did recently where I gave solid strategies on how you can cut the chaos in your life. So get yourself a notebook, something to write with, and let's go learn. Kristie came to me a number of years ago, and she was, well, to say she was overwhelmed was putting it mildly. So Kristie was a COO, CFO of a local organization, and she was working from before sunrise until after sundown. And she was also caring for her sister who had special needs. And she really wanted to have her side hustle blossom. Well, she was in chaos. And what I'm going to share with you today is what I shared with Kristie. I'm going to show you how to cut the chaos. So CUT, C-U-T, it's going to stand for clarity, unload, and thrive. That's already on your sheet. Now, because I like acronyms, every letter on there has another acronym. So let's dive right into clarity. Number one, APS, audit, prioritization, and start. Audit your time, audit your days. How are you spending your time really? Not what you think. We tell ourselves these stories. Oh, I'm productive. I'm getting things done. Meanwhile, if I look at your screen time, how many hours are you on Facebook or Instagram or X or name it? You need to audit your time. And when I say audit your time, I don't mean Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. I mean for 7 days. What are you doing on the weekends? Now, I love having fun. I live by the mantra, work hard, play hard. I know y'all excited about the Texans. I don't watch American football. My sport is European football. You call it soccer, but we all have our thing. But you need to figure out, are you spending time that is the number one currency that you can't buy is happy? Are you happy doing what you're doing? So I encourage you, and when I say audit your time, don't overthink this. Don't go look for a special app or a special notebook. Just get a piece of paper and write down what you're doing. So that's the A in APS, audit your time. Prioritization is what you are doing moving you towards your goals and your dreams. Hopefully you have dreams or goals, but is what you're doing moving you towards your goals and dreams, or is it just wasting time? And what I want you to do with your audit, when you audit your time, I want you to sit there and go, okay, I want to start ranking these in terms of priority. What is the number one priority? What is the number two priority? And if you have 35 priorities, you got a problem. And the S stands for start your day. How you start your day matters. You need to start your day intentionally. I get up 7 days a week, vacations, holidays, doesn't matter, between 4 and 4:30 in the morning. By the way, I know I don't look it, I am 60 years young. I'm asleep by 8:30 at night, up at between 4 and 4:30. Now, for the longest time, I was not a morning person. I was always a night owl. And I read this book a number of years ago called The 5 a.m. Club. And I said, I'm going to read the book. I'm never going to become a 5 a.m.er. Well, I'm a 4 a.m.er now. I didn't plan it. It just happened. But it doesn't matter what time you wake up. People ask me all the time, Mark, if I wake up at 5 o'clock, is that magic? No, it's not magic. If you get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and you're scrolling on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, you might as well just stay in bed. It's what you do. So if you want to know a little insight what I do, and some of you are going to think I'm crazy, within 90 seconds of waking up from my nice, cozy bed, I'm in a cold shower. Now, granted, we don't have cold showers like they have up in Pittsburgh, but when you go from a cozy, warm bed to a cold shower, it wakes you up really quickly. Then I get dressed from my head to my ankles, and I go outside, regardless of the weather, and I ground with my bare feet on the ground while squatting. I read a book a number of years ago called Built to Move. As you get older, we ignore our hip flexors. So you squat for 4 minutes. My butt almost hits the ground. How many people can squat and almost, no, don't raise your hands. So you need to figure out a morning routine for you. And we all have morning routines. Most people's morning routines is One thing on Monday, one thing on Tuesday, one thing on Wednesday. You want to have a consistent morning routine. Everyone here can create a morning routine for them that will work. So APS, you got it? Audit your time, prioritize, and start your day intentionally. Hey, it's Mr. Productivity. Just give me 20 to 30 seconds before we dive back into the content. First off, huge thanks for hanging out with me today. It means the world that you're here, investing in your focus and growth. This show is all about helping busy leaders like you get more clarity, more time, and become the best version of yourself. So there's something simple and free that hundreds of my listeners are already using, my productivity scorecard. In just a few minutes, it'll show you exactly where your biggest leaks are. Time, energy, focus, and it'll give you clear next steps to plug them. No fluff, just real insight. MrProductivity.com, M-I-S-T-E-R, MrProductivity.com. All right, let's jump back into the conversation. Let's move to you. You is unload. Most people are doing too much. I won't ask for hands how many people are doing too much. Most people are doing too much. So I teach this method. I've been teaching it for a number of years now, called the ODAE method. ODAE. Stands for outsource, delegate, automate, and my favorite letter, E for eliminate. And what I encourage you to do is carry a piece of paper around with you. Again, don't get a fancy app or just get a piece of paper. Write down everything you really do. Not what you think you do. So you do it in the moment. If you're going to go to Rotary Club, you write down Rotary Club, 90 minutes. You don't do it later because you're going to forget. Once you capture about 80 to 90% of what you typically do during the week, you need to go through the list 4 times. Which of these things can you outsource? Put an O next to it. Which of these things can you delegate? Put a D next to it. Now, sometimes O and D, the outsource and delegate, are kind of a gray area, but we live in 2026 now. What can you automate? We have AI, we have automation. Are you doing things that can be automated by somebody? So what can you automate? And my favorite letter of ODAE is E. How many things are you doing that no longer be done? I can't tell you how many people and how many companies I've talked to where people say, I go, well, Enoch, why are you doing this? Oh, we've always done it this way. And I asked Enoch, I go, why? He goes, I don't know. Well, let's get your boss involved. He doesn't know. His boss doesn't know. They've always done it that way. And I'm like, doesn't need to be done. When I was in corporate America, they fired me back in 2005, which I'm very thankful for. I would do reports every day that nobody read. And when I asked my leaders, why are we doing this? It's just the way we do it here. And I'm like, but nobody reads these. It doesn't matter. We've always done it this way. Okay, so now we got the C, we got the U, clarity and unload. The T is thrive. The acronym here is WIN, W-I-N. We're going to work deep. We're going to invest in rest, and we're going to nurture habits. So let's talk about work deep. A lot of people say you should be able to work deeply with no distractions for 90 minutes, 120 minutes, 3 hours. I don't like to go more than 45 minutes because for me, that's what works. So I can turn off all distractions for 45 minutes and be fully focused. Maybe for you, it's 90 minutes. Maybe for you, it's 81 minutes and 36 seconds. Find out what your rhythm is and then commit to being fully present, doing whatever that is. I don't care if it's professionally or personally. How many people, again, don't raise your hands, watch TV while you're scrolling on your phone? The joke in my family, which I won't tell you, my wife's in the blue back there. I ask her, honey, what do you want to listen to on TV tonight? Because she likes being on her phone. That's her thing. She's more interested in her phone than a TV. There's no problem there. I'm not here to judge you. I'm just asking you, if you really want to get things done, you need to figure out when and how you are going to work deep. I'm a morning person. I work deeply in the morning. Ask my wife, after 4 o'clock, I'm not doing anything deep other than deep sleep in a few hours. Maybe you're a night owl. Maybe you say, I'm not getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I get up at 8 o'clock and I'm in my prime at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Do your deep work then. If you want to go deeper here, great book I recommend, Cal Newport's Deep Work. Really a phenomenal book. I highly recommend it. I don't care if you're 19 or 99. It's a great book to read. Now we're up to I in win, which is invest in rest. You should have a goal of sleeping 7 to 9 hours, not occasionally, every single night. The body loves consistency. That's why I go to bed every night, 8:30, and I'm up between 4 and 4:30 a.m. I don't even need an alarm clock. We just recently had New Year's Eve. The neighbors around my house didn't let me get a lot of sleep that night because of all the fireworks and booms and bangs. But guess what? My body goes, sorry, Mark, it's 4 o'clock, time to get up. And I struggled through New Year's Day, but I made it. Your body loves consistency. So as much as possible, go to bed at the same time, 7 days a week. Don't do it Sunday through Thursday and then Friday and Saturday, stay up all night and sleep in the morning. Don't do that. No. Consistency. This is backed by science, by the way. And the N in win is nurture habits. When people hear the word habits, they think of good habits. I'm going to run. Like I run every day. I've run every day for at least 8.5 years. Every day. I do my podcast every week. I do 15,000 steps or more every day. Those are good habits. But we also know bad habits. Smoking, drinking, staying out all night. You got to focus on what kind of habits?
Good and bad.
No, you got to focus on the good, Enoch, not the bad.
Okay.
You don't want to focus on, man, I'm doing so good being lazy. I'm a really good procrastinator. There's no award for procrastinating, okay? We want to focus on good habits. So think to yourself right now, or if you want to take it to the next level, journal. What are my habits? Because we don't think about it. See, when we're not thinking about something, what happens? It just evaporates out of our mind. But you need to think about what habits do you have? Good and bad. Write them down, because when you write things down, they become real. And when they become real, then you can make changes. So let me recap again. We are going to cut the chaos. CUT, clarity, unload, thrive. When we're talking about clarity, we are going to A, audit our time. This is a good audit, by the way. We're not talking about an IRS audit. We're talking about a good audit your time. P is prioritize. What is truly important in your life? And the S is start your day intentionally, the way it works for you. People ask me my morning routine all the time. I'm like, it may not. My wife and I are empty nesters, just have 2 dogs. You may be different. Work what works for you. Then you unload. Do the Ode method. What can you outsource? What can you delegate? Hey, I'll do a nice pose here. What can you automate? What can you eliminate? And then actually outsource what you can, delegate what you can, automate what you can, and get rid of the stuff you don't need. And then with the thrive, everybody wants to thrive. So make sure you find out when you can work deeply. Don't copy some influencer on social media. What works for you? Then make sure you're investing in rest. And then make sure you're nurturing good habits and getting rid of the bad habits. A good thing you can do is get rid of a bad habit, is get rid of it and then replace it with a good habit. Thank you again for your time and attention for listening to this episode of the podcast. Please head on over to my website, MrProductivity.com. Pick up my free productivity scorecard. It's my gift to you. We'll see you soon.